Hi everyone, my name is Jay Fit. I'm an internet marketer and I'm almost certain you're an internet marketer as well. That's why you're probably here. You're probably very curious about what I'm going to be teaching you today. So I'm going to teach you and give you value at the same time. So I hope you really appreciate this. So I'm going to show you how to create, or better yet, upload a PDF on your website. But more importantly, have this PDF open up automatically when someone clicks on your website link. Now, this took me a long time to figure out how to do this. I Yahooed, I Binged, I called customer service, I asked friends and family and colleagues, I went through blogs. Couldn't find the answer, but throughout more research, I finally figured it out, and I'm going to save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration. So hopefully you'll appreciate that as well. So we're going to create a file called a .htaccess file. Now what is a .htaccess file? Well, it's a web server configuration file that contains commands known by the server to tell the server how to behave in certain instances. Now what does that really mean? Well, it's a file that tells your website how to behave. Now its original purpose was to allow per directory access control, such as requiring a password for users to acquire certain content, but these days these files can be used for other purposes and can override many other configuration settings. But for the purpose of this particular demonstration, I'm only going to show you how to use this file to upload a PDF on your website. Okay, we're going to create a .htaccess file or one line of code, and with that information alone, that's going to allow us to open up that PDF automatically when someone clicks on your website link. Okay, so with that said, we're going to be creating this file in cPanel and HostGator. Now don't be alarmed if you have HostMonster, if you have GoDaddy or another web hosting service. These files pretty much exist everywhere, so you can either copy or paste it, or you can create it from scratch. Okay, you also can create it through Notepad, you can create it through WordPad, you can create it via FTP programs editing mode. So there's plenty of options here, but let's pick the easy way. I like the easy way, and the easy way is through cPanel. All right, so without further ado, let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so when you're a part of, if you're a member of HostGator or HostMonster or whatever, they're going to give you a username and password. Okay, so make sure you just save that somewhere safe so you can always copy and paste it so you don't have to type everything. Okay, so I'm going to put in my username and my password, and boom, success, log in successful, redirecting. I just love it when they say success. I hate those errors. I hate those non-success labels. Okay. Anyway, don't be afraid of cPanel. It has a lot of buttons and icons, but what we're going to focus on here is the Files section. So you're going to click on File Manager. You're going to make sure Show Hidden Files is selected. You're going to make sure the bottom icon is selected, which is document root 4. You're going to pick a particular domain name that you want your files to reside in this particular case is makingmoneystrategies.com. I'm going to click on Go, and it should take several seconds for it to get into File Manager so you can do the things that you need to do. Okay, and there you have it. So on the left you have your directory names, and on the right you have your content within the directory. Now if you click under public_HTML, I'm almost certain, and I'll bet you $99.95 that you'll find a .htaccess file already. So you can either copy and paste that somewhere else, or you can create one from scratch. Now if you copy and paste, all you have to do is select the file, hit Control, and move that to your appropriate directory. But you know what? I did a test, and the test was creating one by scratch or copying and pasting and editing and saving out a file. And I found out that creating one from scratch is easier. So we're going to create one from scratch. And of course, if I lose my $99.95 for that file not being in your public_HTML folder, then you have to create one from scratch anyway. Okay, so let's go to makingmoneystrategies.com. Now there's nothing in this directory. There's no website associated with it. So this is just a domain. I'm going to create a subdirectory in that domain, and that's where my PDFs is going to live for the time being for this demonstration. Okay, so under makingmoneystrategies.com, I'm going to create a subfolder. So you go up to the left hand side on the top, you're going to create new folder. I'm going to call this folder bonus. I'm going to click create new folder. Now I got a new folder called bonus. I'm going to double click on bonus. And I'm going to put in my, first of all, I'm going to put in my PDF. And second of all, I'm going to create the file that we need to, allow it to open up automatically. So let's do upload. And so I'm going to go to another screen. And you're going to have a browse button. And I'm going to click browse, and I have my PDF on my desktop. So I'm going to click on desktop, and my file is called breakinto.pdf, and it says complete, and I go back over here. Now what this file is, it's a free PDF. Anybody can download it. Anyone can go online and research free PDFs. There's no permissions associated with that. It's a free PDF, so anyone can use it, anyone can share it, so it's no big deal, So, but I thought, it had good value to it, so that's why I put it up there. So, anyway, let's create our .htaccess file. So within our bonus directory, we're going to click new file. Now this is important. You're going to type in .htaccess.htaccess. No extensions, no .txt, no .html, no .php. All we need to do is type in .htaccess and make sure I spelled that correctly. Okay, I'm going to create a new file. Now I have my PDF and I have my .htaccess file, and of course the only thing I need to do is edit this code and put my own code in and then save it, and we're done. But before we do that, I want to show you what happened to me, and this is important because if you don't get it right, this is going to be the same thing that's going to happen to you. So I'm going to click on Google Chrome here because I hate Internet Explorer. It just crashes all the time, but it's always good to test these files out on all browsers just to make sure if one is acting a little crazy and one is not. Okay, but I tested it on all three, so this works. So I'm going to type in my URL, which is already saved because I typed it in a bunch of times already, and I'm going to push enter. Now this is what's going to happen. You're going to get an index of bonus blank page, and you're going to have a parent directory, and you're going to have my PDF, as you can see right there. But you really don't want that. You don't want that extra step to go to another page and the people got to click on another PDF to go over there. We want someone to put in that URL and that PDF to open up automatically. So let's close this out and make that happen. You click on your .htaccess file, you do code edit, you press on code edit, and then it will go to code editor. By default it says UTF-8, you just leave that there and that's okay. You click edit, and now 5 seconds is going to take to get this thing open. Be patient now, it's coming, I promise. Okay, there it is. So on the left it says 1, and on the right it has this blue highlight area. That's where you're going to be typing in your code. Very, very simple code. You type in directory index space break into, that's the name of my PDF, .pdf. So let's go over this again. Directory index space break into .pdf. Go on the right side, click on save changes, success again. Look at that, success. I love success. Alright, click on close. Now all we have to do is test to see if this thing is going to open up automatically. So let's go back to our Google Chrome, and I'm going to type in makemoneystrategies.com/bonus. Okay. Now, as soon as I hit this enter key, this thing better open up, and it will. I'm not going to teach you something that's not going to work. So you press on enter, and boom, there it is. File opens up automatically. They can read it, save it, download it, have fun, expand the mind quickly without any extra steps. So I hope this tutorial brings you a lot of value, and I'm glad that you made it through the end. And when I do my next tutorial, I hope you come back and see me again. Okay? So have a good day, and I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.